Welcome back to a Safer Society initiative by Broadview Surveillance Systems. Joining us today, we have Mr. Jayson Forde, Senior Superintendent of Police and former Head of Central Division. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Now, a Safer Society initiative. Let me explain a little bit about what our initiative is for.
Yes.
This was launched as a way for us to give back to the community, to give back to society in some form or some way.
Yes.
Trinidad and Tobago, a beautiful country, but like many other countries across the world, we have criminal activity, we have the rogue elements, we have the same problems that each country or island across the globe faces. As a result of this, we are looking for a way to deplete some of this activity from homes, from businesses, from a national perspective if possible. We are looking to promote a safer society. So our initiative is basically to give that knowledge and experience back to society. Now, based upon what I've just said, could you share your thoughts on this initiative?
Mr. Tewari, I think it is a wonderful initiative. And for me, a safer society is a society that is free of crime and free of the fear of crime. And any initiative from any segment of the society that is dealing with that issue is an excellent drive.
Thank you. Now, based upon your experience and the type of jobs you would have done in the police service, because your background is in homicide and crime, yes?
Yes.
Now, what do you think is preventing us as a society from achieving a safer society? Why hasn't this been achieved as yet?
I think over the years, we as a society has grown selfish. I recall the days growing up as a child, as a young man in a village, where if I committed a breach, a neighbor had the authority to correct me. Or not only correct me, to inform my parents, who then corrected me further. Today, if you correct any young person who has committed a breach, you can rest assured that that child's parents will be coming to correct you. So persons are a bit fearful about correcting. As a result, we have become a society where we turn our heads when we see wrong being committed. We have become a society where we are a bit uncaring. We are selfish. We no longer look out for each other the way we used to. And if you observe, we drive around with our car glasses up, we're inside our homes, we're behind our tall walls, our gated communities. We have actually retracted into what I call escapism, away from being outside and interacting with each other. So that selfishness, in my opinion, has contributed greatly to us becoming uncaring and society not as safe as it used to be.
Okay, and what do you think we can do now to achieve a safer society? What can we do to support our national security sector? What can we do to support the police service? What can we as citizens do to now achieve or accomplish a safer society, in your opinion?
Mr. Tewari, that is so simple. If you start first with a vision, what is the vision that each citizen of Trinidad and Tobago should have in his or her head that represents a safer society? A safer society, as I said earlier, is a society that is free from crime and free from the fear of crime. A society that promotes economic development. A society that promotes social interaction. A society that promotes persons interacting with each other freely, giving difference of opinion without the fear that if I tell you what is on my mind, that you'll be so easily offended that you have to come and, as you say, you are disrespected, you have to get back at me. It means that collaboratively, the police, other law enforcement agencies, and the citizen, we have to work hand in hand.
And how do you propose citizens can work hand in hand with the police service or other protective services?
Again, that is easy. The police service of Trinidad and Tobago is the primary arm that is charged with the investigation, the detection of crimes and criminal activities. But we cannot do it alone. We need the input, we need the contribution from the citizens of the country. We being the primary arm, it means that we can't expect the citizenry to do the policing work for the country. Okay. So it is a symbiotic relationship. We have to work together. It means that every simple infraction that a member of the public sees, you should be able to communicate it to a police officer. I've had instances where people said to me, "But Chief, you can't trust the police. You can't trust the police."
A very popular statement.
And I said, "Why? The police is the police." But you know something, Mr. Tewari? Every single citizen of this country knows a police officer that he or she can trust.
Right.
Because when you speak with persons, hear what they say to you. You know, I can't trust that police. But you know, you're not like them. You know, you're different.
Mm-hmm.
So if it is I am different, you can tell me. I will communicate and cause action to be taken. So that every day we have lawlessness taking place in the society. And the police cannot and will not be at every corner. But we depend on the eyes and ears of the population to assist us where we are not. For where we are and we see, we will take action. Where we are not, we depend on the eyes of the population. When they share information with us, we have a responsibility to respond and take the necessary action. And sometimes the action is not locking up. It might be a warning.
Right.
When the citizenry observes that the police continues to respond, because we respond, we may need to respond a little more. When they observe that we are responding, they build that trust and confidence further in us, and they share more. The more they share, the more we respond, and then criminals now have an understanding that the citizenry is not accepting the foolishness that they are dishing out. They are going to report us. The police will respond and take action. Then guess what, Mr. Tewari? You know, criminal behavior starts to disappear.
Right.
You know, the police service starts to achieve its vision of making every place in Trinidad and Tobago safe.
Excellent.
You know, we achieved that vision by enacting our mission, where we're working in tandem and collaboration with all stakeholders. So, Mr. Tewari, it is, as I said, a symbiotic relationship.
Right.
We have to work hand in glove, hand in hand with each other. The police cannot be in a silo by itself and do it alone. The citizenry cannot police the society. But if we work together, I foresee that we will have a crime-free society.
Excellent. And lastly, what advice can you give to our viewers as a senior superintendent of police that they may be able to use or change in their lifestyles for them to live safer, or to be safer, and to not be a target in our society today?
Firstly, be aware. Anywhere you are going, be aware. If you are walking the streets, even if it is a street that you live on, be aware of the persons on your street. If you are walking or driving anywhere else outside of that, be aware of what is happening around you.
Mm-hmm.
Many times persons are caught with their phones, modern phones. They are down like this and they walk in, and they are unaware of what is going on around them.
Pay no attention to around them.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to be aware. We have in our neighborhood watch groups segment where we advise that every home has what we call a 45-degree angle that you cover. It is like this. This is my house here, Mr. Tewari. You live here, your neighbor lives here, there's a house opposite, there's a house here, there's a house here.
Right.
In the neighborhood watch group advisory, you have your neighbor on your right's phone number, your neighbor on your left's phone number, your neighbor directly opposite your phone number, your neighbor 45 degrees phone number, 45-degree phone number, and you duplicate that going down the road. You know what happens? Everyone in the neighborhood has each other's phone number. So when you see a strange person in your neighbor's yard, you can call and say, I'm seeing so and so and so. You have somebody doing work home by you?
Yes.
No, I do not. What's the next call you're making, Mr. Tewari? The nearest police station.
Yeah.
Someone is in my neighbor's yard, and I've called my neighbor said that that person is not supposed to be there.
Yes.
It comes back to what we were speaking about earlier. The police responds. The police questions the person and finds out that the person has no right to be there. So we now have a crime of found on enclosed premises for some type of unlawful purpose. You are arrested, you are taken to the station. Many times we have found that person we had warrants for, standing warrants for, are looking in neighborhoods.
By those means.
So it's about being aware, about looking out for your neighbors. It is also about educating yourself about the latest aspects of criminal behavior, trends. And every evening at 6 o'clock, you can tune in on Beyond the Tape that is hosted by Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
Yes.
Where you get tips on crime fighting, on crime prevention. Additionally, you must be part of a group that holds discussions regularly in your neighborhood. You can't isolate yourself.
Yes.
Because you may not see, or someone else may observe that there's a strange person looking in the neighborhood. That person might have an outstanding warrant for rape, for robbery, for shooting. You inform the police, we work together with the police. I could go on and on, but you have just those 3 simple tips. Be aware, neighborhood watch groups, and then be part of a social gathering in your neighborhood to cover and protect your neighborhood. Mr. Tewari, if every neighborhood in Trinidad and Tobago adopts just those 3 principles out of about 10, you'll see a great reduction in crime. And be a friend of the police. There must be a police that you can trust, that you can call and say, I am seeing something here, I am uncomfortable. And if that police officer cannot respond, he or she will call somebody. I have had situations where persons have called me outside of the division that I was in charge of. And I would not leave my division and go to like Eastern Division or Northeastern Division or Southern Division to arrest somebody.
Right.
But there's some type of trust developed between those persons and myself. And I picked up the phone and I called my compatriots. They dispatched police officers. Persons were held. And what was good about this circle of communication is that I got a call back to say, Mr. Forde, we held the guy.
Excellent.
So what I did now, I called the person who called me and I said, thanks for your information. It proved successful. Someone was held. You know what happened after that, Mr. Tewari?
What's that?
I got further calls. Mr. Forde, I'm seeing so and so and so and so. The population, from my understanding, from my experience, they just want to know the police is responsive.
Yes.
Once the police is responsive, police will continue to feed us information. And Mr. Tewari, like day follows night, that will serve to drive crime down and out of our country.
Excellent. Thank you so much for the information that you provided us with today, sir. I hope to our viewers, all of our tips, all of our discussions, all of our topics has added some sort of benefit or value to you individually, to your household, or to your business place. Thank you again, sir, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for taking the time to look at our video of promoting a safer society within Trinidad and Tobago. If you would like to see more or hear more from pillars like Mr. Forde and others, please feel free to leave a comment or your feedback below and share our page.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are all in this together. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and the other arms of law enforcement of this country cannot do it alone. We have to work together with you all, the citizenry, to continue to make our country safer. As I shared with you, you can trust us, the police, to continue to keep you safe. You continue to be aware. Look out for your neighbors. Educate yourself. Hold healthy discussions about crime and crime trends. And let all of us, let each of us, do our part to continue to make our country safer. Let us go from better to best. Thank you.
Thank you.